Thank you for coming with us on this journey. We have some fantastic international speakers joining us today, in fact, 3 in particular. And overall, of course, we are now in the screen room showing you guys the presentations with a little bit of a different flavor. So the usual thing I always ask when we start Breakfast with a Purpose is, why are you here? Okay, so you could take that on a literal sense, as in why you're here today. Maybe you're here to get some contacts, you want to do some networking, you want to see what this breakfast thing is all about. But on a deeper level, we like to ask people, why are you here? Why are you here on this earth today? Many of us, of course, it's no secret, have been drastically affected by the pandemic in many different ways, be it financial, mental health, change of work, etc. As women, often we feel like, you know, be it our fathers or our brothers or our husbands, maybe we're inferior and we don't have a voice. I've spoken to several gentlemen, actually. There's a perception that, you know, men know it all and they're bold and they're this and they got to be a man. But actually, there's many things that they also struggle with mental health-wise. So welcome to Breakfast with a Purpose. We have some, thank you. We have some fantastic sponsors. We are filmed today by Wetel TV. Obviously, you saw some of the footage on the screen. And we also are sponsored by Brandbeat. And we have some beautiful ladies who are going to speak to us a little bit more about their role and our sponsors. And we're going to get started with the program. So thank you and enjoy. Welcome to Breakfast with a Purpose.
I'm Amna. I am here from Dallas, Texas. I'm part of Brandbeat Advertising and Communication. So we are a global advertising agency. We are based out of Dubai, actually. You know, I've been here for 12 years. Shafat Hashmi is our CEO and founder, and he will be talking to us soon in a little bit. But I handle the US part of things, and well, I'm the global CEO as well, but mainly the US side. We're also in Australia, UK, Saudi, and Oman as well.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Privilege, but it's also a pleasure to be joined with you guys. You know, I've been traveling, so I'm sorry I'm sitting down. Usually I love standing, but for right now, we're going to sit down. Again, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's an opportunity for me to connect not only with new faces, but also gracious faces from one of these apps called the Clubhouse. I would say that Amna alongside with Shafat, because both of them have been able to be in my life because of that.
We are a digital marketing, branding, social media, education and consulting company, and I've been doing this work for 30 years.
I'm Shafat Hashmi, and to begin with, I want to give a huge acknowledgement to my beloved brother, William Stenhouse. Can we all have a round of applause?
My wife, where we mentor young people through the sport of basketball, and we build their foundational leaderships in Chicago.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
The reason why I decided to make it in the UAE versus anywhere else is because the country is so new. We just celebrated a 50-year milestone, as well as the industry, which means the industry is new. When I first got here 5 years ago, things like Spotify didn't exist in the region. TikTok didn't exist in the region. So right now, these things are available, and we just want to make sure that the artists, both regionally and internationally, are being properly compensated and properly recognized.
Good morning. How are you all?
Good morning.
So first, I want to just thank William and Kai for having us here. This is an amazing opportunity. I've gotten the opportunity to speak to some of you all, so it's just an honor to be here. The only way I was actually able to even finish my book, I literally had to cut off distractions. And it wasn't that I didn't have clients pulling on me. I just had to make myself a priority, right? And so I know we're we're celebrating, Women's History Month. And I know as women, that's something that, it's kind of ingrained in us, right? We're kind of taught to put others, before ourselves or what have you. And then when you don't do that and you kind of choose yourself, you kind of feel guilty about that, right? But it's kind of false guilt, and not kind of, it is false guilt, right?
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm going to be quick. My dad, he's so excited that I'm here. And, I'm well-traveled because of him. He has 11 churches, and right now he's in Zimbabwe. And then he has churches in Cape Town, South Africa, and throughout the States. And so my dad, he called me, and he was like, "What are you speaking on today?" And I said, Small acts equal big impact. Now, I ain't tell him I got it from the water bottle. I just want him to think I was deep.
Hello, everyone. I'm Deborah Baswana from South Africa. I have a company. I've been in business 32 years, so it's forever. I help people make impact in their businesses. Most people don't even understand relevance. Google is telling you how to be relevant all the time. People don't even understand what it is. I'd just like to add to the branding talk. You know, they spoke about like make something, one thing unique. I would like to add to that to say get yourself a word that is unique, and take it to the market and kill it.
I'm founder of Wetel, also known as Just Living, and I'm right below Morocco Senegal. See you all, and I never regret coming today. It's a good place to grow.
I've been here for 1 month, and I'm so happy to be here.
So, excuse me, I had to ask William to go grab some tissue because I'm feeling quite emotional right now. It is incredible seeing and hearing all of your stories, and just leading on from our fantastic speakers that we've had today. I just want to encourage you because we all have a story to tell. Myself, and going in the path of least resistance, I came here and could not find Black and African products that I needed for my hair, for my skin. It was a struggle. When I found it, I found many people had no idea that it existed. And so when I found those people, literally, and these girls can vouch for me, I'm like, hey, girl, you know where you can do this? They're like, yes, we share. Lydia, girl, you know this? We share. And anytime something comes up, I forward it to those people because I know it's not necessarily for me, it's for the next person. I hope you have had a fantastic time. This has been Breakfast with a Purpose, and we want to say thank you. My name is Kai. We are here at Paramount Hotel for another edition of Breakfast with a Purpose, the premium edition today. And we have had some fantastic speakers joining us with their experience all the way from the US. Joined with me here, I have Carlos Alamilia, practicing my Spanish there. And he is the founder and director of Ideas Forever, talking to us today about branding and why it's so important to focus on your personal and business brand. Thank you so much for joining us, Carlos.
Thank you for inviting me. It's really an honor, to be here at this beautiful breakfast and networking, with the, professionals and creators and entrepreneurs, from really all over the world. So
it has been a very diverse morning, hasn't it? Can you tell us why you have stressed, for those of, anyone who hasn't been able to join today, why is it important to focus on your personal brand?
Well, the branding today is really, really important. It's even more important than before because we have social media. So everybody wants to be a star in social media. So you really want to distinguish yourself, from the crowd. And you have to work on the brand, and you have to be creative and creating a positive image of yourself. And everything is social media today. So you have to choose the platform that fits best for your brand and for what you want to accomplish. The creation of your goal is very important because where you want to be 3-5 years from now, it's gonna be determined how you get there. So
you have some brilliant branding. I saw that you had the T-shirts at the back of your chairs when you were speaking. Obviously, to match your presentation, you've got your shirt on here with your logos. Does somebody need to have fancy merchandise if they want to have branding, or can they start from zero? What is one of the things that you could say they can start with first?
You got to start with something. Yes. You're not going to have $1 million, budget for your products, so for your brands. Right. So therefore, I think one of the most efficient vehicle for branding is a T-shirt. Yes. everyone wears T-shirts. You know, so I bought T-shirts and I put my brands on it, and so that's how I started. You know, I spent $200, you know, in the T-shirts, and so I gave it to the right people because I didn't have 2,000 T-shirts to give. So at the right place, and so they would wear it. So it was really, you know, that's really important. You know, and I think later on, a short video, people want to know who you are. People want to see your face. People want to hear your voice. So they want to know the human behind the message. And that's really, really important. So a video you can do with a, you know, with a nice phone. You don't have to have a, you know, professional, videographer, you know, to do it, but you can do it by yourself. And with that, you can start building up, your brand.
Laura, right?
Yes.
Tell us, how was your experience today at Breakfast with a Purpose?
Well, it was better than imagined, actually. Yes, very inspiring, and I'll come back. I'll come back. Every time you do a breakfast or any event, I'll come back.
Fantastic.
Yes,
Thank you.
it's so nice to see how successful women and people are, and it gives you power to create and to be more successful in the society.
Absolutely. And you are a legal professional, right?
And I'm a lawyer. I'm a legal consultant and a legal researcher and a CRM in a big law firm in the UAE. Yes.
So today we spoke about the power of collaboration, and was there anyone in the room that you find you can connect with and hopefully maybe do business, maybe pleasure, and collaborate?
Well, all of them. All of them, actually. We just talked, like everyone just came to me when they knew that I'm a lawyer, like we need help in this, we need help in that, and that's a very good thing. So yes.
I have one of our phenomenal speakers here with us, Dr. Matty Jo, who spoke to us about her organization where she is helping over 1,000 different young people to go back to the basics and learn some of the things that will help them in life with their skills and career and life experience. Thank you so much. It's been amazing to have you here all the way from the States. Welcome.
It was such a privilege, and I enjoyed the energy in the room was so amazing, and it met phenomenal people. So, I mean, I have to do this again, have to.
We would love to have you back. So today we talked about collaboration, and your presentation was talking about just making the small steps. It doesn't need to be about the big grand numbers, but it can be the small steps. For anybody watching at home who wasn't able to make it here today, what's one of the key takeaways that you think you can share for someone who's feeling a bit stuck and wants to get out of the cycle or the rut that they're in? How can they make small steps and make a big impact?
I often say all you have is today. Don't think about the big, huge picture. Use today, because even when you get to tomorrow, it is today. So really, tomorrow does not exist. So take the small steps by doing whatever it is that you need to do today, and know that that's enough. Whatever you do today is enough for tomorrow, because once you get to tomorrow, it will be today again.
We have had such an incredible room full of powerful women, and one of them joining us here today is Renee Norr, founder of the Global Women Wealth Warriors. Welcome. It's so amazing to have you here. Hearing some of your experience has been incredible. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so very much, Kai, for having me. You and William. It has been an amazing opportunity for me to not only be a part of today's experience, but also to celebrate women all over the world, especially because it is Women International Month. I say year also.
I love that. And as soon as you walked in, I had to appreciate everything you're wearing. You are making a statement. I feel sometimes women are afraid to come out and wear the bold things. Like, are there any advice that you might have for someone watching? How to kind of just boldly step out in whatever it is that they choose to wear and own that outfit?
Absolutely. In 2022, it's so important for you to blend out, not blend in, okay? And the great part about it, where we are, especially women, the confidence come from how we express ourselves. You know, fashion is a great expression. You know, no matter how you feel, when you dress up, it just gives you a whole different persona about yourself, and you carry yourself with strength, pride, and dignity. So I'm grateful that you adore what I have on. I love not only empowering women to find their inner strength, but also when they are able to dress a certain way, they can hold on to their power as well.
Absolutely, I could not agree more. So can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yes, the Global Women Wealth Warriors, we're a proud winning organization. We've actually won several awards for what we do for women empowerment all over the globe. We just returned from Africa for winning not only for women empowerment, but also we've been able to pour into over 17 women. We actually help to change a community by providing them with sewing machines, as well as, you know, just reinvesting right back into them. So not only do we bridge the gap with financial literacy and health and wellness, we help women get grants, as well as we provide underrepresented students opportunity to do workshops, as well as programs. And every year we have our Power to Soar Leadership Conference, which I'm sure we can hopefully have you there with us in August in New Orleans. I'm sorry, not in Atlanta. That's where our 5th annual Leadership Power to Soar conference is. So we not only focus on helping women to find that power, that inner strength, but also we give them ways of being able to connect, doing what they love doing. It's so important for you to live in your gifts. And each person, as you said earlier, great storytellers, each person have their own unique identity. And once you find that unique identity, you need to hold on to it. You need to not only hold on to it, but let those wings spread so the world can feel your energy. And that is something that I'm so grateful for the Global Women Wealth Warriors, because we know how not only to inspire, to motivate, but we take massive action when it comes down to us being able to hold ourselves accountable for each other's success.
I am loving everything you just said, and I'm so grateful, as William is, for having you here at Breakfast with a Purpose, and we are just really appreciative that you can come and share some of your knowledge and all of the work that you've been doing. So what's one key takeaway from today's breakfast that you would like to advise someone who's watching?
Well, if I have to say this because of Mr. Shafat Hashmi alongside with Miss Amna. If it wasn't because of them, I would not be here. He's not only a man of wisdom, but he's also a courageous man, and he knows how to bring women together. And it's greatly, important for other women to realize there's no need to compete. We're here to collaborate, but first we got to connect. And when you're able to connect, you got to connect like from your heart and soul, guys. Collaboration is what the key is for 2022, and then taking it to a step farther by being able to celebrate for a whole nother level. And that's what you guys did today. Not only did you honor women, you celebrated, you even made sure everyone knew how important it was to collaborate. You said it with so much love and so much passion.
We are joined by the COO of Brandbeat, who is our proud sponsor for today, Miss Amna Razak.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us and for sponsoring Breakfast with a Purpose.
But it was really good. I mean, this is an event that we are honored to sponsor, and it was like big collaboration and and just mixing up so many cultures, so many people, and we just loved it. I mean, I just got here from Dallas, Texas last night, and I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I was expecting it to be maybe like just towards one particular thing, but I love that we had authors and we had business developers and makeup artists, and there's a big mix of things. And I think staying in US, when we look at Dubai, we just look at all the glitzy glam stuff, and we don't realize that there are actual hardworking business people over here from different parts of the world, and who are trying to make a living over there and doing it very well, I must say. So it was a very inspiring event, and we are really, really honored to be here to sponsor that.
Well, thank you so much for helping to make this happen. You mentioned that it's such a diverse room, and it definitely is. Is there something that you're taking away outside of diversity with regards to the people that you've met and where this could be? Because 2022 is different, and we hope that it's something that you've taken from that to elevate.
I think 2022, as well as the post-pandemic thing, has taught us one thing, that you have to give first. And just like this, and how that lady said that about that small steps, big impact. It is exactly that. Like, we're just out here, promoting our brand, which has sponsored something, and then it became such a much bigger thing. And we may not get much out of it, but there are a lot of small businesses, collaborating with other small businesses. But the thing is, I feel like that whatever we do does come back to us many folds later on. And I think if all of us remember that, then the world will be a much better place, and all the businesses will grow together. So definitely, if something I've taken from today is that people's stories, how that publisher for 13 years she fixed other people's books, and now finally she wrote her own. I mean, all this time sometimes the struggle is long. I think even to our clients, when we talk to them about branding and marketing, we're like, do not look at your follower count for today, or I put an ad today and how much I sold today. You have to think of the long game, and the long game works very well in life, works very well in business, and definitely works very well in collaborations.
Some very wise words there. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Dallas, and thank you to Brandbeat for sponsoring. My name is Kai, this is Breakfast with a Purpose, and this is Wetel TV.